Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Happy Thursday. Going into Friday. Um, it's me, your friendly neighborhood Roxanne. It has been hot, and with this sort of heat, it just makes you tired. Makes you not want to do anything but sit still. Um, it was in the 90s earlier today. It was like 98. Yesterday was like 98, but the heat index felt higher, and it's just been a mess. It's been a mess, but I'm not gonna complain. Shit, I have air conditioner. You know, um, don't have any in the lady lounge because there's no air conditioner here. And sitting up in here, the past few days, it's been horrible. It's been tragic. You couldn't even sit in here. It's just so fucking hot. So it has finally started to rain. And with that rain comes a nice breeze. And I have my little stand up fan blowing. And I'm just laying here enjoying this, waiting for my son to get home from work so I can go to bed. Because if you know me, you know that I can't sleep unless my child is in the house. Maddie's home, husband's home, son get home, I can finally go to sleep. I just wanted to check on you all, um, make sure everyone was okay, and oh shit, damn it, and just sending my continued prayers out to anyone who is in an area that is super hot. Like I said the other day, stay hydrated, check on your elderly neighbors, elderly relatives. Um, Earlier today in Chicago, there is a nursing home. It's out south, and they had like 10 ambulance just lined up because their air conditioner or something stopped working there. Now they got a big ass generator that a truck has brought. But these are a lot of old people and they can't be displaced, due to this heat. So they're working on it. Um, but just be mindful of older people. They old folks don't handle the weather like, people who are a little bit younger. So, like I said, if you have a elderly neighbor or elderly relative, just be mindful to check on your elderly over this weekend and all the time because people, motherfuckers is old and you don't want to just to be in the house and be hot or dehydrated. So, and like I said, if you all can, I said this the other day, if you have to go out somewhere, see if you can keep some cold water in your car, not just for you, but for, you might roll up to a light and there might be a dude out there hot and sweaty. You hear that thunder? Might be a dude out there hot and sweaty or a woman and they ain't got no water and they could just be hot and dehydrated and ice cold water will probably do them just fine. So I'm just trying to think about, you know, other people, not just me, you know. But it's been hot and I have been sequestered to my bedroom. My air conditioner gets so cold I have to put an extra blanket on my bed. I was like, God damn. It's like it's oh, this bad. Oops. I was like, God damn, it's cold in here. Hey girl, I'm gonna have Ash to bring your box down when he get in from work. Girl, I was just saying I'm glad it cooled off. Yeah, I hope this shit lasts. But it's supposed to rain tonight and tomorrow and Sunday. Well, what? Yeah, because I got my little patch of grass growing on the back porch. Girl, go on in the house. Go on in the house. That meal could have waited till tomorrow. That meal could have waited till tomorrow. That ain't shit but bills. But yeah, she was like, oh my God, it finally cooled off. It feels so good. It feels great, And then I called the lady today who does my hair. And I told her, I was like, I need this weave cut out so I can wash it. I want this curly hair back in my head. It's it's amazing. It's amazing and it's easy to take care of. So it's like I want my curly hair back. Yeah. Oh, it's starting raining, you all. It's been so fucking hot here. It's been hot in New York. It's just, you know, but I'm not gonna complain. I'm not. And the reason why I'm not gonna complain is because I got a roof over my head. I got air conditioning. Take a nice cool shower, refrigerator full of food, two deep freezers. What do I have to complain about? Absolutely nothing. Not a motherfucking thing. But what I can do is just send out prayer for other people who don't have air conditioning. This just July. We got to get through August, the rest of July, August, September, and hope we all don't burst into flames. Ooh, you hear that? Oh, I'm gonna sleep good tonight. I'm gonna give me a cup of coffee, get my ass in bed, play my game on my phone. And I've been listening to this thing on YouTube. It's about Asian culture, like they kings and shit like that. And I listened to this. I've started following that group. Now I started following this other lady. That rain is doing it. That rain is doing it. And it's on my son. And then I start listening. I start following this girl, and she was talking about the Chinese art of foot binding. Very fucking interesting. Very interesting. That was like an in thing back in China in the days. Oh, hold on, y'all. I gotta make sure my son getting. Come on, Sonny boy. I don't want my boy out here like that. Oh, where's my house phone? I'm gonna call my son. Hold on. Where's this boy's number? I'm gonna go get my son. Hey, son, reach back in the back of the car and get that umbrella. Huh? You gonna run to the house? You want mama to come get you? Put the thing on the car and run over to the house, son. Okay, I'm gonna stay on the phone with Sonny boy, run. Come on, Sonny boy. Hold on. Check on my child. Lord. Did you fall? Oh, get the mail out the mailbox. It feel good?
That's fun.
Good.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Okay. I guess if your stuff's wet, just put it on the back of the chair. Your dad's asleep. Is the TV still on? Oh, okay. My son made it in the house. Mm, mm, mm. It's raining and shit. Let's go to my back porch. Take in some of this. It's raining really hard. Take your clothes off, son, and put them on the back of the chair. Go out in my back porch and see.
Oh shit. Okay.
Oh, man. Oh. This feels so good. Mm, I swear, it feels so good. Bitch, I almost want to run naked in this shit. It feels fucking awesome. Um, just to feel those little rain droplets. Oh my God. Oh, this feels great. This chair wet. Let me check. This shit coming down. But I'm not gonna do that. But it feels good. Oh my God. And y'all hear it? Woo! Wonderful. Wonderful. It got wet, wet?
No, I said it's not.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit.
Feel good?
Okay.
Oh, you cut that air conditioner on. It's gonna be a good hit for you. Go to sleep. You can open that window more.
Yeah, they
Is
got
there any water coming in there? No, is there any water coming in the window?
they got the
Then let
tornado.
that motherfucker all the way up.
They got the tornado one going off too.
I don't hear no tornado bell.
Huh?
Do you hear tornado bell?
I'm hearing something going on. I'm hearing something.
Yeah, I'm hearing something going. Woo. You staying over here tonight, right? Okay.
Yeah.
You sleeping in there? Okay. I'm cutting off the light because you burn electricity that makes heat. We black folks. Damn. Ah, the joy. My. I was considering making some hibiscus tea, but then I was just like, do I want to? I don't know. I might just drink my coffee and go to sleep and make some hibiscus tea tomorrow. Or I'll make the hibiscus with, because I have the leaves now, let it sit and steep all night long. Then get up in the morning and just make some hibiscus. But it's like a tea with lemon in it. And I have some strawberries that I think I might macerate and add to it. And then when I get up, after I have my coffee and do my morning routine, just drink some hibiscus lemonade and lay in bed. I have absolutely nothing to do tomorrow. That's a lie. My mother bought me a key lime pie from a bakery here in Chicago, and she wanted me to come pick it up today, but I was just hot. I was hot and just tired, and I was just like, I'll pick it up tomorrow. So I'm gonna go to my mom's house tomorrow and pick my key lime pie up. And she bought me three or four ribeye steaks. And I'm just like, thanks, mommy. And I was like, well, why don't you cook them? And she's just like, no, I bought them and you're not going to cook them too. I'm like, all right, fuck it. So I'm just going to go pick that up tomorrow. But this rain feels so fucking good. Oh my God. And my grass on the back porch is getting God's water, My grass is starting to grow. I'm in a surprisingly good mood. This heat has been oppressive, and I really do love hot weather. I really, really do. For the past few days, I was talking to one of my girlfriends, and we were talking about we were gonna put like some stickers on our bodies and sit in the sun and let get a little sun on this, where the sticker is. I'm still considering doing one literally on my face. A star, put a sticker on my face and just sit in the sun. I need some sun. I'm all pissy color and shit. I need sun. I might do it. It's just been hot. And I just haven't had the energy. God damn it. I haven't had the energy to do anything. And then there was a party today. And it was a rooftop party. I got invited. I didn't go. But there's another party, I think this weekend. I think. Or maybe next weekend. I don't know. But it's over by Princess. It's on the beach. Me and Princess went last year. And we had a good time. So hopefully we'll just go this year too. What else is going on? That's it. Nothing else. I just don't have anything to complain about. And if I did complain, what good would it do? None. So I just be like, whatever. I just feel like you reach a certain age and you just be like, and I'm at the and phase of my life. And okay, that's where I am. It works for me fabulously. But yeah, I have to get out this house. But tonight, my cigarette went out. Tonight, I'm going to probably watch Power. In fact, let me go steep these hibiscus leaves now. I'm going to watch Power tonight. And I'm going to watch The Chi tonight. That's going to be my viewing pleasure. Hold on. When was my TV on? Oh, my husband going to cut the TV out. Little does he know I'm going to cut that motherfucker back on as soon as I get in the room. Hello, Sonny boy. Oh, mama's favorite. Oh, ouch. Give me that little pot that I be putting the rice in. I'm going to steep this. I'm going to make this hibiscus tea. But I'm going to put a lid on it and keep it on there overnight. That's brown sugar. You see my hibiscus? Oh, reach this for mama. There go my hibiscus in that tin.
No, right.
Yeah. These are hibiscus. Where you put it at? I bought some Doritos. I mean nachos. So you want to put some nacho on some meat, and there's some cheese in the oven. But if you can't put that cheese away for me. You could just warm it up. Oh, no, no, no. Warm the cheese up on top of the stove. What you putting in there?
Fuck 'em.
Oh, okay.
They're not good.
If you want to use any of that cheese, put it in one of those round something. Please.
Yeah, that car had drove by. Stop looking at me for a moment.
What?
So this was
Well, as long as they didn't say shit to you.
yes, there's this black man running.
Two minutes. Give me those last strawberries that's in that plastic bag in the refrigerator. Shut the fuck up. Who is that?
I'm sorry, it's my cat.
Oh, that was your cat. I'm sorry, kid. Okay. One,
Wipe off the glasses.
two, three, four, oh, that's no good. Oh, okay. That can do. I need to buy some more strawberries tomorrow. These aren't completely bad, but I need to use them. And since they're gonna boil down. Okay, that's Anthony, your cat's at your door. Always remember what I tell you all. Never wash knives, especially expensive knives, with soap. It dulls the blade. Now, add sugar. Oh shit. So this is what it looks like. And I'll put it on the stove. On the back. Put it on the front. Or I'll put it on the back. Hold on. I need to put it on the simmer one. Mm. Okay, so it's on the stove. It's just gonna sit in there, seep, and when it boils down or whatnot, I'm going to take it and just put a lid on it and wait till tomorrow morning. Here, cat. Go on. Wait till tomorrow morning, and then I'm going to put it into mason jars. Can't have my dirty kitchen. But that's it. And Mama go sit down back and front. Okay, perfect. And you know what I think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna add some of this to it tomorrow. It's elderflower tonic water, and I'm gonna add the ginger ale to it. It's gonna be good. Oh shit! Yeah, motherfucker, you scared me. Where y'all going? Okay. Hmm. Oh, lady lounge. I think I seen a centipede today. One of those long ass, and this wasn't a grown one. This was a small one. Kind of just things that I just don't want to have anything to do with. On my Facebook page, which I don't allow a lot of people to follow me on, I posted this video of this woman coming back from, I think she was Thailand or somewhere, and she had some food and she had it in her bag, and they did a check on her bag, right? So while they're checking this lady's bag, what was in the bag? A roach, a dead roach. When I tell you that motherfucker was about the size of my fingernail, it was dead, and one of the legs had fallen off. And I'm thinking to myself, whoever this lady was visiting in Thailand had roaches, healthy roaches. I just don't know what it is about roaches. I just can't stand those motherfuckers. Oh, I can't stand them. I don't know what it is. They just, ugh. And I'm going to tell you all another truth. The first time I ever seen a roach, for real. Well, the first time I ever seen a roach was on the movie Creepshow. The second time I ever seen a roach, I was in Mississippi, and I was staying at my cousin's house. But she's so old, she was so old, you called her auntie. And we went to another cousin's house to go kick it over there because it was more teenagers over there. We was sitting on their porch, and this thing flew by and it landed. I was like, oh my God, what kind of fly is that? And my cousin was like laughing at me. It's like, girl, you know you from the north. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what kind of fly is it? My cousin was like, girl, that's a flying roach. I was like, let's go back to Mariah's house. She goes, we in the country, girl. They gonna be in front by her front porch too. I did not know roaches had wings. I wasn't no good. I just felt like time stood still. My cousin said, so, roach, I just felt like everything drained out of me. I was like, a flying roach. I was like, oh hell no. Mm-mm. The shit you see in the South, you definitely, I mean, I'm sure, I wonder if they got flying roaches here. If they do, I ain't never seen one. You know, I don't even have friends with roaches. I'm scared of them. I could deal with anything else. Can't deal with no roaches. And every time I see roaches, I mean, like when I'm watching YouTube, like I watch a lot of hoarder shows and stuff like that. And they do these clean outs and it just be so crazy. It'd be so many. I'd be like, oh my God. I'm not gonna creep you all out about that shit. But yeah, what's everyone's weekend looking like? Mine's is I'm going to a baseball game next week. I am doing that. I'm going to a baseball game. This will be my so this will be my third baseball game that I'll ever have gone to. Flying Roach in South in Vegas. Princess girl. I ain't never seen no shit like that. And then I posted another video. I don't know if you seen it on my Facebook, girl. I don't know where this was, but the roach was crawling on the bed, girl. And then the roach got to the end of the bed, and I guess the motherfucker decided to jump off and go fly over to the dresser. And the motherfucker sprouted wings and flew. Princess, I was too thrilled. Why did I post it? Because I needed other people to see it. You know what I mean? Now, you know about flying roaches, and because you've been in the South. You know your people down there. I ain't gonna tell people where your people at, but you know about things like that. But I ain't never seen no flying roaches. And in Vegas, girl, as many times as I've been to Vegas, I ain't never seen no motherfucking flying roach. Never. I wouldn't even know what to say. I wouldn't know how to feel. And then if the motherfucker flew and you used to live in Houston, that's right. Houston, Atlanta, Vegas. Houston, Atlanta, Vegas. What if a motherfucker was like just flying and like landed on you and just start walking, crawling across your body? Oh, I would be so disgusted. I wouldn't even know what to do. I think I would have a panic attack. And I haven't had a panic attack in years. Years. On top of years. But probably somebody probably done brought a flying roach back up to Chicago, but I hope we killed that motherfucker. People play too much. The South is a different place. I remember visiting my family down in Louisiana. Now, mind you, the people in Louisiana and Mississippi are all on my mama's side. I was at a club outside of Harris Casino. There's a group of them. I left shortly. Girl. Harris Casino, where? Where? Girl, don't tell me right over in Indiana or Joliet or wherever that casino is. Please tell me where you were. Was it here? Was it here? In Vegas. Okay. Oh, Lord, girl, because I don't go to, when I'm in Vegas, I usually stay like at the Wynn, you know, or the Encore. I stay at places like that. Because, honey, mm. But you know what? I did see a roach in a hotel. Just a little side story. It was a long, long time ago. And our climate is too cold. Okay, that's good. It can stay cold. It's a long time ago. Now, Princess know where these places are. Unless you're in Chicago, you don't know. Girl, Princess, it had to be about 1991. There was this cat, and I would always see him out. We exchanged numbers. We would talk and shit. He was fine. He was a drug dealer. I used to have a propensity for dating those type of dudes. Then I transitioned from that to basketball players and rappers and cops. I'm crazy. Go figure. But anyway, we went to one of those hotels on Stony Island, girl, because we was going to go get our shit in. Girl, he never got to hit. He never got to hit. Because we were laying there canoodling and loving on each other. Hold on, what is it? Okay. We are laying there canoodling and kissing. And the TV was on. And the room was dark. Why did a roach crawl across the TV? And then another roach followed that roach. I said, "Oh, there's roaches in here." He he was like, "Oh, it's gonna be okay." I said, I got my shoes." I said, "Take me home." He was like, "Are you serious?" I said, "Yes." And then nigga got an attitude. He's like, "I ain't taking you home. I wasted." And back then, it was like $30. Just go this little drop in. He was like, "I ain't gonna drive you home." I was like, "Nigga, I would get on the Stony Island bus. Fuck you. And I had someone beat you up tomorrow. Trust and believe me, that will happen. Take me the fuck home." He took me home. Yeah, he did. I just can't do roaches. People could talk about Chicago all they want. I had to cut on my fan. That shit made me hot and a little itchy. Shit. I'm waiting for the fan because it's one of those moving fans. Okay, stop right there. Cut you down. Just a kid, just a smidgen. Yeah, that's just my thing. I'm just scared of bugs. That's why don't nobody gotta worry about me camping. I hardly like even going to picnics and shit like that. Cause I don't like being in grass like that. I got all sorts of hinks and aversions to shit. I'm a germaphobe. I'm kind of fucked up. But I'm okay. I'm okay with it. Those who fuck with me are okay with it. But some people just are cool with certain things. I'm just not. I'm not. But back to what I was saying. So I went to Louisiana. I was like young. I was like teenage young. Because me and my grandmother had been in Mississippi for a while. And when we left Mississippi, we took the Amtrak and we went over to Louisiana to see some family. We went over there for about a week. And it's kind of crazy because my family in Mississippi and Louisiana, both their houses sit like there's backyard and they got farm and shit, but then there's a swamp. But when we were in Louisiana, I seen a fucking alligator for the first time. The motherfucker came up out the water. We was sitting like in the backyard, smoking some weed. And that motherfucker came up out that swamp pond, whatever the fuck it is, bayou water. That motherfucker came up like this and just walked on out the water. I was like, and my cousins were just sitting there. Like this is a natural, I mean, for them, it's a natural occurrence. I'm a city girl. I don't be seeing no motherfucking crocodiles and alligators and shit like that. And I was like, "Oh, let's go in the house." They're like, "Girl, that motherfucker ain't getting ready to come over here." And I was like, "Okay." So then one of my cousins come out the house with some chicken, like literally a plate of chicken. And we was like sitting back there eating wings. Why did one of my cousins throw a wing over towards the alligator and that motherfucker ate it? And then my cousins were like, "You could just throw the bones over there. He'll eat it." And they were saying it like they knew this alligator. They might have. I was just like, I was throwing the bones, but I wasn't going down there. And I kind of feel like they had been feeding this motherfucker. That's why I was so comfortable with just walking up in the back of their house like that. I was like, "Oh, y'all country. Okay, okay, I see it now. Y'all real country." And when we were barbecuing and shit, that motherfucker was coming out the water And my I call him uncle, but he's a cousin. But like I said, my family down there was real old. So you gave him the respect by calling him like auntie instead of cousin. Plus, he was probably old enough to be my grandfather. He was back there with his brothers. They were drinking beer and they were fucking barbecuing a whole motherfucking pig and some other shit. And that motherfucking alligator still came out the water. And he was just laying there in the sun and shit. And they wasn't moving. They wasn't running. And they was throwing them pieces of meat and shit. I was like, I'm done. They are still cutting up in the white supremacist group. Ooh, Princess sent me some today. I hate things where you got to read the comments. I was dying laughing. So what Princess sent me was, it was basically a picture of a couple, a white couple and a black couple. The white couple looked like they had been at the beach and they was sunburned. And there was just this beautiful black melanated couple. And that's what kicked that whole shit off. I went and was reading the fucking what do you call it? Comments. I was like, I was like, oh my God. I was just laughing, 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 laughing. But you be in those, and Princess is not in this group. I was like, how do you know these motherfucking people? Princess just be floating around online just like we all do. And she run into shit that be crazy and she always send it to me. And I appreciate her for doing that. But I'm like, damn, you did this really like white supremacist groups and shit on Facebook and all sorts of places. And these white folks is really mean. They was very mean. I was like, they just say anything. But the black people came in strong. Ooh, we came in strong with all the African blood of our ancestors and foremothers and forefathers, and we was lighting their ass up in that chat. I was like, go on, black people. I was gonna say, go on, white folks. Oh Lord, what's wrong with me? I was like, go on, black folks. They were letting them have it. They couldn't take, because white folks couldn't take it. I was just like, then if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say shit at all. That should be confusing. It don't confuse me. I know what it is. It's the fear. It's the fear of the black man. It's not even us as women. It's black men. They joining the group and shit. Oh, what? Oh man, I'm gonna join the group too so I could talk shit. Cause you could be in those white supremacist groups and you could be black and you fuck around and find out like it's your down the street neighbor in that motherfucking group and you run into that motherfucker at a grocery store and be like, hey Tom, how you doing? Let me go check this hibiscus tea. Yeah, Princess always finding something. Okay, it stopped raining. I'm gonna need them to open that window back up. Sonny boy, do me a favor. Go open that window back up in the living room. Put that fan back in there.
Want to put the fan in, huh? Sure.
Yeah. What's wrong, kitten? Hi, honey.
Was your day okay?
Yeah, my day was great. I'm alive, son. Close your door so this hot air from the stove won't go in there. You better keep an eye on your fish. And make sure you wash this pot for mama, please. Yeah, Princess is always finding something. And I love it. But people be crazy. I'll be like, what's wrong with people? But I'm telling y'all, it's not the black woman. It's men. It's the fear of black men's penises. Okay. Now let's see. Ooh, delicioso. Oh, turn it down some. You cut the fan back up.
Yeah.
Hey, tomorrow, remind me. I want to go get those grapes to do that be up the street. Okay. Okay. Someone said lights. Hold on, I got my beer. Ooh, put this fan back on. I don't know who cut this motherfucker off. Gotta have a cross breeze coming through here. The bedrooms is fine. Shit, everybody's bedroom feel like an ice box. Okay. But you know what? That's one thing people don't be knowing. Like, I mean, I'm not sure. I'm just speculating. I don't even know if black people can get lice or not. I don't know. You know, there's a group on Facebook that's dedicated to showing videos of lice removal from motherfuckers' hair. It's gross. It's gross. And yeah, I joined the group because I want to watch the videos. That's the type of shit that just make me feel like even better about being black. I don't think we can get that type of shit. We can, but it's highly unlikely. Exactly, exactly. So I'm gonna say we can't. I'm gonna say we can't. Could you imagine? When I was in high school and I was in boarding school, right? One of the girls, the bitch had lice. She wasn't our roommate. She wasn't my roommate. But we found out this bitch had lice. And one of her roommates was black. Why did they try to blame the black girl? See, freshman, sophomore year, it was 4 girls to a room. Junior and senior year, it was 2 girls to a room. So we were sophomores. And the white girl who had the lights was sophomores. She was a sophomore too. But this bitch wanted to blame the black girl. Why did that almost start a racial war at the school? That shit got my head itching. Hold on, y'all. I got a scratch underneath my bonnet. It almost started a racial war at the school. And my good friend, Maria, who I'm still close to, we went to boarding school together. If she was around, she would confirm that story. She would confirm, like, she was like, the bitch, how she was saying it. She was saying it like the white woman did on Rosewood when she said, a black man R-worded her. She was basically like, it was a nigga that gave me lice. All black girls looking at each other like, is we gonna have to whoop her? Now, mind you, the black girls from the black delegation at the school, the greater majority of them were from Chicago. We had a few of them from Ohio, and then we had a few chicks from Detroit. And those Detroit chicks would J down on your ass. They was always like, let's fight them. We'd be like, I remember we had a big white girl, black girl fight. All the black girls in the school fought a plethora of white girls. And I'm not even gonna lie, we won. That shit was gonna keep going on until motherfuckers they had made us sit down and she didn't have lice, but they wanted to blame it on the black person. How many black motherfuckers you know get lice? Now I know a few black motherfuckers who done got crabs before, but I ain't never seen no nigga with no lice. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But yeah, they wanted to blame him. They really did. And we was rumbling for about a good 2 weeks. And what's crazy was the school administration people and our RNs, which are residential advisors, no one knew. We was like, we would go to school, we'd be in class with them all day giving dirty looks, passing notes and shit to each other. And then when school would let out, you go back to your dorm room and you had like an hour study hall, right? You go do the study hall. Then after that study hall, because we got out of school 2 o'clock every day. We started school like 7 in the morning, something stupid as hell. But after that, we were just like, we had free time until dinner. Dinner time was like at 5 o'clock. So we had a little free time. So we were just like, we couldn't fight on school property. So we were like, hey, what's up? Y'all gonna keep blaming her for giving you lights? And they were fucking with her in a room and shit, 'cause she was the only black girl in her room. So we were just like, we told her roommates, we gonna beat y'all up. Okay. So she went, her 3 white roommates went, got some other white girls, and we went down this steep ass hill. Why did someone say I'm Roxanne? Who said that? Who said that? So, anywho, we went down the hill. We met them at the bottom of the hill. They came down and we fought. It was about 15 of us and it's about 10, 15 of them. And we fought. Those white men. I think my name is very black. Actually, the origin of my name is Persian. Okay, so that's far from white. So, but just so you all know, Roxanne is a Persian name. That's why it's tattooed on my arm. Haha. But anyway, we fought them, and then motherfuckers went back up the hill, and motherfuckers like went and washed their hands and shit like that. Motherfuckers had scratches and bleeding, all sorts of shit. We fought these girls like every other day for 2 weeks. And then we just deaded it. But we kept telling them, you're not going to keep fucking with the one black girl in the room because y'all think she gave this bitch lice. I mean, crabs or whatever, lice, crabs, or whatever the fuck it was. The shit was in the bitch head. And you're not going to blame no black person like that. And black people came together. We united. Because you just weren't going to do that to our girl. So we had to fight you. See, the thing a lot of people don't understand is when it's a bunch of black chicks from Chicago, we all don't even have to like each other like that. We don't. But we will come together real quick. Hi, Muddy. No, not tonight, my dear. Eyes, princess, eyes. Um, but yeah, we would get into it. That living at that school was extremely eye-opening because I had never, I mean, I grew up with, Caucasian people, but I had never lived with them. And then, I'm living with girls who were from the South, you know, um, Caucasian young ladies from the South there was this one girl, She still lived on a plantation that had slaves, and her family still owned it. And her father was like some big time farmer, agricultural person. And it was like really crazy. It was really crazy. And that was, shit. You be walking past and you might hear, a girl talking about something and she might say the N word, but then when she see you walking past, they zip it up real fast. We used to fight at that school. I was suspended. My first suspension I got because I went to the school in my sophomore year. My first suspension was a week, and the girl who I fought was 10 days. Do you know her parents flew down on a private plane and picked her up? It was crazy. My dad and mom drove to get me because the school it was far, but it wasn't flying far. But she was from like Alabama. She was from somewhere down south. But nevertheless, she said some slick shit, and I hit her in the head with those pans that you put soup in. I hit her in the head with one of those, one of those silver pans. I clocked that bitch in the back of her shit hard because I was mad. I was mad, you know. But then, I got older and started maturing, and I stopped fighting and shit like that because a lot of people don't even just to look at me, you probably wouldn't think I was that type of person. But I was. And I could always backslide. But it just take a lot to get me angry, you know. But the racial shit upsets me. That racial shit, oh, I got a little hangnail, y'all. Hold on. The racial shit really bothers me because I just feel like I can live with any group, any ethnicity, and just get along. I respect your culture, respect mine. Don't say nothing out the way to me. I won't say nothing crazy to you. But in this current climate, with everything that's going on with that guy in Washington, these people have become very, very entitled and very vocal as to things they want to say to people of color. You know, I'm in a Karen group too, where I watch a number of Karen videos. And they always say that go back to Africa. You talking to like a eighth, 10th generation black person who's been here forever. You go back to where the fuck you from. That's why I be watching the Karen videos and my husband be like, he's like, you get so mad when you watch these. You be laughing, you be mad. He's like, what do you be thinking? And I kept it real. I said, I just don't understand why I don't get a Karen moment. Exactly. We didn't ask to come here. Our grandparents, our great 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 grandparents didn't ask to come here. But my whole thing is, motherfucker, you telling us to go back. No, you go back where the fuck you came from and get these Indian people back their fucking land, the Native American people, the people who were here before anybody was. Yeah. Give them back their shit. Motherfucker just came in and take. But see, God ain't put me in a position because God knows. God knows me. He knows you and you and you and you. I have not had an official Karen moment. And I would tell Jay, man, I'm just itching for a Karen moment. And he was like, well, Rox, I know how you are. He's like, my husband's like, I'll come get you out of jail, baby. Sidebar, dude told me he was a part of, is a part, what? Mr. Man? Mr. Traveling Man? Mm. Interesting. Now, if that's who you talking about, that motherfucker handsome. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think you hit the jackpot. Mm, mm, mm. Girl. And he like to travel too. And y'all look good together. Child, please. I'm trying to get you married. Shit. Trying to be in a wed. And we know your wed will be fabulous. But yeah, I just haven't had a Karen moment. I haven't encountered unofficial Karen. I be seeing them on social media, but I haven't had one yet. But if I did, trust and believe me, the fury of all forefathers and foremothers would be in my body and I would unleash every motherfucking thing I have. Don't get it fucked up. Yes, I'm 55 years old. And I like to stay a lady with so many. He's going to Bali next month or something. Wow. That's a long ass flight. And I heard it's absolutely beautiful over there. I haven't been there. Girl, you got your passport, right? Girl, you need to be telling that nigga, book another ticket and take your ass with him over to fucking Bali. My sister went to Bali and Bora Bora for her honeymoon. She was gone for 20 days. Bitch said she didn't want to come back. You get over there and you be done taught those kids how to speak English because they speak French over there. Girl, you got to get your passport and you got a friend in your life who got a passport. At any given time, that motherfucker can tell you to pack a motherfucking bag and y'all could be on some exotic island with your motherfucking feet in white sand beaches, smelling that fresh sea air, ocean water, eating crab legs and all sorts of exotic shit. That nigga feeding you fucking grapes and shit on the beach and drinking exotic cocktails. Girl, you gotta get your passport now. Now, if bitch, I get your passport for you because I want you to be able to leave with this man. When he be like, let's go. You gotta keep a nasty passport. You know your big sister over here got the passport and the passport card. And I told you I want us to be able to travel out the country, girl. But shit, you got a friend who's a world traveler who make good money. Girl, okay, okay, okay. Mm-hmm. You know I'm gonna call you. Traveling is key. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I ain't had no Karen moments yet. Cause I will fight you. I will. I think people just always look at me like, just this little Roxanne. I am. I'll plunk your ass. I really will. But like I said, I haven't encountered a Karen. Now, what I have encountered, I've encountered black Karens. I don't understand those creatures. How are you a black Karen? I don't like that. I don't know. I just don't like a lot of shit. I just be feeling like black people should be kinder to one another. And I know people be like, oh, Roxanne, you always talking that positive shit. Y'all just be playing in my life. Yeah, I know I do. I'm sorry. Can't help it. I love you. Okay? Yeah. I have so many plans for you. Okay? Sorry. I'm a little bit older than you. So, yeah, it be some black Karens and shit. I met a black, well, I didn't meet her. Me and this black Karen, it's some years back. It was like during COVID. There's this boy over here. He harmless. He a young black kid. But he got something wrong with him. I'm not sure what's wrong with him. I think it's like some form of autism. But he walks around. He's always clean, but he walk around the neighborhood. And don't nobody fuck with him because everybody over here know who he is, right? I was sitting in this very lady lounge that I'm sitting in right now talking to y'all. And she was walking north of my street, right? And the kid, I call him a kid because he's young enough to be my child, but he a grown man, right? Something like they interacted. I don't know exactly what happened, but she was standing like across the street in front of my house, and she was talking shit, and I'm like looking out the window, and she was like, "I don't appreciate you," and Donna, she was just talking shit. And then I was like, "Well, let me go outside and look." So I opened my downstairs door, and I seen it was the young dude, right? I didn't say nothing yet. That bitch was like, "I'm gonna call the police, and I hope they George Floyd you." I was like, "What?" So he started walking north too, but he walked past her. Now this bitch was walking a German Shepherd, right? She on the phone with the police. She walked back north too. So I'm thinking she probably on her cell phone giving the police the direction that he going in. So I'm standing on my porch and shit. Next thing I see a bunch of police racing up the motherfucking street. They turned the corner. I got in my motherfucking car. I whipped that U-turn and went right up the street. And she's sitting there screaming and yelling at this young black kid. And I pulled my car over and I got out the car and the police were like, "Whoa, whoa." I was like, "He didn't do shit." And she was like, "He was talking to himself." I was like, "He has some issues, lady." I said, "But you should have an issue too, bitch." I was like, "Didn't you just say you hope you gonna call the police on him and you hope the police George Floyd this boy?" It was like two Mexican cops, a white cop, and like four black cops. And they were all male. And they looked at me. I said, "Yeah, she said it." I said, "Say that shit again." I was like, "What kind of black woman are you to say some stupid ass shit like that?" I was like, "You a dumb bitch. You a dumb bitch. You a stupid ass bitch." And they were like, "It's okay. It's okay." And they were like, "What do you know about this young man?" I was like, "I think he's autistic or something. I'm not sure. But he take an evening walk. Everybody over here knows who he is." She goes like, "I don't know who he is." I was like, "So, bitch, he wasn't fucking with you." It got crazy. And then I was like, "Don't ever walk down." I'm not gonna say the name of my street. I was like, "Don't ever walk your dog over here ever again." I see her all the time. She don't walk her dog down my street anymore. And I went on my community board for the area I live in and told everyone. I was like, and she walk a big ass German Shepherd. People like, "I know who she is." I can't believe she said that. Well, bitch, she said it. I ain't got no reason to lie on her. She she didn't even know this boy got some issues, and that's what you gonna say? You gonna use another black man's death and hope it gets administered on a young black boy because you don't understand that he got something wrong with him? That's my fucking problem. We comfortable with treating each other like shit. Real comfortable. Should never be comfortable with something like that. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, "Oh, I'm the best black person ever." No, I'm not, because I say some bogus shit, but I try not to. I ain't gonna lie. I really, really try not to. Like for me right now, it's so important that people who look like us be kind to us. Cause at the end of the day, all you got is your family and other black folks. Few white folks sprinkled in, some other ethnicities, races, and such. But we really all we got, for real. Black motherfuckers just ain't the same no more. But I was mad at that woman that night. I'm not gonna lie, I was mad. I wouldn't have even went out my house and said nothing. But I knew the kid that she was being mean to. And I just I couldn't mentally deal with her saying that to him. You know, this is after the George Floyd stuff had kicked off and everything. And you as a black woman, that's your retort? Oh, you thought you ate with that. You thought that shit was real cute. Man, I don't fuck with dogs. I like dogs. But that was a big ass German Shepherd. But 9 times out of 10, as mad as I was when that shit jumped off, if that bitch didn't have that dog with her, I probably would have ran over across the street and slapped the shit out of her. Like, bottom line. Yeah, I would have did it. Hold on, y'all. I'm looking for my neighbors from downstairs because I got Tiana. Where's Tiana? Hold on. Ugh. Okay. I don't know if it's like my neighbor's cousin or what. But no, I probably would have went across the street and watched her one good time. You know, because I just feel like that was unnecessary. Why would you say something so mean? And she was too comfortable with saying that. And she was too comfortable with being extraordinarily horrible to a young black kid. But she probably one of those motherfuckers at her job that be shucking and jiving. I don't like that. Like I said, I know I can say some mean things, and I have said some mean things and extremely off putting. But oh shit, hold on. Yo, Rob, I got some packages for y'all. Hold on. Thanks, baby. I appreciate you. Here, Maddie, come. Whew. Okay. Y'all know I be getting everybody's packages and shit. They in safe hands with me. Cause I don't steal or none of that shit. But no, that shit made me mad when she did that. And the bitch said it with a straight face. And I guess she thought no one heard her. I heard you. I heard you. And it was mean. And it was nasty. And he was just a kid. And I don't like shit like that. Okay, she might have been scared.
No,
So she sent you to ask me.
she always doing that downstairs.
Okay, take it and bring it back in here. You're welcome. Yeah, I just be feeling a certain kind of way just with this cold climate, with everything that's going on in the world. It's, oh shit. Hey, Maddie. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Oh shit. Ugh. I'm sorry. I had to ask my kids to do something for me. Because tomorrow is trash day and I cleaned out the refrigerator and I didn't know if anyone took the trash out, but it's out. But yeah, we got this dude in office who don't give a fuck. He cutting shit. I got a friend whose child had to go to school early because she's going to med school and something with the loans and she had to start school like in July, some crazy shit, just fucking up everything. And somebody did an interview with him and they asked him who was his favorite president. Do you know what this motherfucker's answer was? There's been a lot of bad presidents. That wasn't the question. Most presidents have had a favorite president that they might base some of their policies off of or their thoughts on things. This motherfucker said, oh, there's been a lot of bad presidents. So you must think you a good president. Don't give a fuck about nobody. We got 2 more years with him in office. 2. This motherfucker just come in and just try to rearrange shit that don't help nobody but very wealthy people. Name me one thing this motherfucker done did that enriched your motherfucking life. And I don't want to hear about the last time he was in office or whatever, and he gave that $1,500 per family for a stimulus package. My husband gave me that money. I went and bought a pair of $1,000 shoes. It don't help nobody because he don't care. All I can say is this. When the next election rolls around, if you didn't vote, get your ass up and go vote. Because other people's indolence, the word indolent, INDOLENT, means lazy. Get your ass up and go vote. I stopped complaining about groceries prices. I don't complain about gas prices. You know why? Because I got up, me and my husband, and my two youngest kids, and we went and voted together. Ever since my kids have been able to vote, we go as a family. And I voted. And I believe I voted the right way. And I did not vote for him. So if you voted for him and your shit's substantially higher than what it usually was, this is what you signed up for. The fuck? Just weird. Ugh, he just irritates me. So between him, Karen motherfuckers, and just black people in general just being horrible to one another. Shit, but that they won't complain about us. I'm gonna complain about people who look like me being horrible to people who look like me. But I bet you one motherfucking thing, one thing's for sure, two things for certain. If some sort of war broke out within this country, black people would come together so fast. Huh. There is strength in numbers. And it ain't nothing stronger than us. The originals, people of the earth. Our beautiful Asiatic asses. I don't care how dark you are. I don't care how light you are. If you're black, you're black. Yeah. Ugh. One of my girlfriends like, why are you always so nice? Why you just don't be caring? Because I got bigger things to care about? But I do love my people. Just be disappointed as fuck. Any given day, I'll do a live. I get off of here. I get my coffee. I go get in my bed. I play my game on my phone for a little while. Go to sleep. I wake up, go to the bathroom. Sometimes I can go back to sleep. Sometimes I can't. If I can't, I grab my phone and I see the notifications. The things that have happened in the 5 hours that I've been asleep. The places that it happens in Chicago are predominantly African American people, which means we're doing it to us. We ain't gonna win until we treat each other better. We not. So until that day comes, I'm gonna try to stay civil But don't get it fucked up. Don't get it fucked up. Don't get it twisted. Because my brain can be twisted. But I don't want to hurt nobody. What you do comes back either to you or someone you love. How you treat people, what you say, that shit is powerful. Watch what you put out in the universe. Thank you, my love.
Thank you.
I appreciate you. Oh, namaste. Okay, Maddie. All right. Yeah. This is going to be the 250th anniversary of America. You're going to do what you want to do. You're going to celebrate it or not. But just know that when shit was being signed and all that other shit, there was still people in bondage. Mm-hmm. Still people in bondage. I don't know what you guys be watching on YouTube, but I'm going to tell you all something, and I'm sure you all know this. The YouTube world is extremely vast. There's so many things on here, information about so many things. Hello, my big sister, my beautiful Chicago queen. Hello, Patrice. How are you, honey? Girl, it's been so hot here. I'm just going to say it's your fault, okay? I need somebody to blame it on. But YouTube has so many interesting shows that you can watch. Just little documentaries, shorts, snippets, whatever the fuck you want to call them. Just about Black people, Black culture, shit about different cities. It's so much more than just where we are. Check it out. Enlighten yourself. There's things about religion and just all sorts of shit. Childbirth, you name it, it can probably be found. And when you look at how many different channels are on YouTube, you kind of get a scope of how small where we are is. Enlightenment. Educate yourselves. Find out new things that you can share with the next person. It is nothing like enlightenment. Knowledge. Knowledge is the key to everything. You know, people want to say cavemen invented the wheel. No, that would be Black people. Mm-hmm. We are the brains of the brains. And people don't get it. Just don't fucking get it, man. It's fucked up. Fucked up. Patrice, you coming to Chicago? It's just a yes or no question. Because you be breezing in this motherfucker and out. I ain't trying to put your business out there. Let me know when you're coming. But me and Princess are going to a show this month that I thought was last week, and it wasn't. We're going to go see Keon Harold perform, and I'm very excited. This will be my second time seeing him perform. I love Keon. He's awesome. And he's just good all around, good people. But yeah, y'all, venture out on YouTube. Like late at night when I be playing my game, y'all know what I be listening to? Shit about sharks, shit about the civil rights movement, shit about history and the migration of people from Africa. And when the whole world was all connected, it was called Pangea. You know, I like learning. If my brain wasn't running a million miles a minute and I had so much other shit going on, I would probably go back to school. But I have to have the commitment and the capacity for it. And I'm not going back to school to get no corporate job or nothing like that. I just like knowledge. I just like knowing things. Damn, it's raining again. We're gonna have to pull this window back down. Hold on, y'all. Get my godson. Son, come pull this window down. Actually, yeah. Move that. Turn the fan off. Put it on the back of the couch and pull the window up too.
Say pull it down.
Yeah. Where's the back of the? Is it getting wet? Is it wet? It is. Yeah, we don't need no electrocution. Like you remember the day that shit almost blew up and caught on fire, and you and Maddie was scared to move shit, and y'all was gonna let me die. That's enough. That's enough. Just leave it down that way.
I'll let you die, but
Nah, y'all wasn't trying to save me.
I won't go touch it.
I know. You got all scared. You were like, eyes got all big and shit.
Fire.
Nigga, the house would have burnt down, man. We have to save it. But I did it. Cause you and Maddie standing there like, oh no. Ugh. I'm sitting back down. But yeah, there's so many interesting things, seriously, to watch on YouTube. Don't be stagnant. Like I said, I watch a lot of stuff Black related about our people. And I just learn a lot, you know. And the one thing I've learned and that just makes me happy is to know how great we were and how great we can be again. Ooh, I'm having a hot flash. Lord. Oh, I gotta cut off this scarf, Lord. Oh, can't get this motherfucker off. Oh, shit. Oh, oh, oh my God. That is horrible. Hot flashes ain't no pump. Ooh, back of my neck sweating and shit. Okay, I feel better. There's a nice little breeze coming through again. Ooh. But yeah, I want you all to look into it. You know, about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks, I sent a woman. I can't call her a young girl because Mika is not a young girl. And I don't know if you all follow her unapologetically, Mika. And Mika is a Gullah Geechee person. And it's a very interesting dynamic of people. And they're primarily in the Carolinas. And they have their own dialect. And it's just very interesting. You know, I know a lot of people probably be like, my shit's boring over here. And that's cool. That's cool. I don't care what you fucking think. I want to be able to tell you all things to watch, things to buy, not necessarily what to think, but you know, I, I remember when I first came on here, one of the first things I was telling you all about is a show called, it was called High on the Hog. And they had a part one and a part two, and it was absolutely excellent. And I told people to watch it, and people watched it, and people were like DMing me, like, Roxanne, that was so good. Thank you so much. I learned something. What good are we to each other if we can't teach each other even the most minute thing? Life is lessons. That's why I like to talk to you all and get you all's input. I've learned things just by doing lives. You know, people done came in and we've been talking about something and they've opened my eyes to something new and something interesting. I love things like that. Explore YouTube, you guys. Seriously, explore it. It's a fascinating, wonderful, wonderful world. Like outside of the BTS, I follow other people like, who is that? I follow other people like Kareen Allude. She's very, very, very interesting. She talks about old Hollywood and um, just anything that has to do with entertainment, old stories. I love watching her. Very interesting. Um, who else do I watch? I watch a lot of Asian stuff. I watch cooking things. I watch things about plants, and I watch things about the jungle. I'm following the National Geographic channel on YouTube, you know, and it'd be fun, you know. I just watched her do, girl, wasn't that Irene Cara interesting? Hold on. back. I'm sorry. I heard my children rambling in my kitchen from way up here. I sensed them, and they're back there making tacos. Now, I made tacos on Tuesday, still had a nice amount of taco meat left over, but they're in there eating tacos. But I don't like nobody in my kitchen after I clean my kitchen and shut the kitchen down. But I had to go back there and give instructions. Wash whatever you use and put everything up, and please wipe everything down. But anyway, so you said you just watched Irene Cara's on Karina Lude. Let me tell you all something. That was interesting. Irene Cara was the lady who sung the theme song for Fame. Remember my name, Fame. I'm gonna live forever. I'm gonna learn how to fly high. Okay, so sorry, I just had a little moment. And she had a very interesting story. She was from New York, and she literally went into show business like at a very early age. What Karina hair was like, man. I watched something about, it wasn't about an electric company. It was about this dude named David who was on Sesame Street. He had worked at Mr. Hooper's store, and like he like went crazy or some shit. Like there's so many interesting things that you can delve into on YouTube. You know, everything doesn't have to be chaotic, you know. But if you all have not already followed Karine Allude, please follow her and watch the old story. She talks about the Temptations, Marvin Gaye, and and it's just interesting. She's a, you know, she's a good one, and also another lady by the name of Ashley Says So. Whoo, babe, she be talking some shit. I had no idea they blackballed. Yeah, they blackballed Irene Cara. You know, and that was really sad. That was really sad that they blackballed her. But people don't understand that. And I'm sorry I'm so shiny. It's a combination of sweat and the face cream I use to keep me youthful. They blackballed Irene Cara, and it was really fucked up that they did that woman like that. But it's so many people, like black people within the business, that have been blackballed, and and a lot of it's just really coming to light as to how these things happen. And I was just like, whoa, whoa. I be watching shit, but like I said, I like interesting. I like interesting things, things that pique my interest. I like shit about, the British royal family and like their history. And they have a fucking really, really, really chaotic history that goes on, but these are the things that pique my interest. You watch Ashley too. Yeah, Ashley's dope. Ashley's dope. And I really love when she goes live and, talks. Just, it's like a check-in where she comes and just checks in with her subscribers and talks about, what she might have coming up. Okay. Oh, oh, my mighty bonnet. Lord. Y'all know a bitch love a good bonnet. But yeah, I love her. I watch a lot of different things. Oh man. Whew. Okay. Got my scarf, my bonnet back on. I didn't put my scarf on because bitch still just be flashing. But yeah, if you all have not checked out Karina Lou or Ashley Says So, please go watch them. And it's like a good lazy day type of watch, or if you're driving somewhere, it's gonna take you a few minutes to get there. You can like just drive and listen to the stories. And some of these stories be crazy as hell. The Sam Cooke story, crazy. The Temptation story, crazy. I'm like, damn. And like there was one story, it was about one of the Pointer sisters, and she was talking to some dude from the Temptations named Dennis, and it was just crazy. It's like some of the stories just be like wild as hell. Like I didn't know that Diana Ross had dated Ryan O'Neal. Now peep this shit. Learned this the other day. So the movie The Bodyguard, right? They initially wanted the movie The Bodyguard. So because people think it was like some new shit with Whitney Houston and Kevin Costner. No. Mm-mm. Initially, they wanted to do The Bodyguard using Ryan O'Neal, and Ryan O'Neal had been dating Diana Ross, and he wanted Diana Ross to be, in the movie. Diana Ross didn't want to do it, allegedly, because she said that she didn't like the idea of like a white man or some shit. I don't know, but the movie just set. Like the idea for the movie just set for a long, long time until Kevin Costner, he came across to Kevin Costner and he's like, I want Whitney Houston to be in it. But yeah, that was like the original. And initially, the movie The Wiz, they wanted Stephanie Mills to be in it. But Diana Ross came in and took the role. I was like, damn, white man hero on black. Okay, yeah. That's what she said. And she passed the role up. But Diana went on and she did Lady Sings the Blues, and she did The Wiz, and she did Mahogany, which was one of my favorites. I want my man back. I was like, I know that's right. When I was a child, I didn't understand it. She was also scared because The Wiz was a flop. You're absolutely right, Princess. Thank you for jogging my memory. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yup. But people, I mean, The Wiz was a flop at the box office, but The Wiz is like phenomenal, phenomenal, star-studded cast. Fucking had Lena Horne in it. You know, I enjoyed it. And I didn't go to the movie to see it as a child. I forgot how I seen the movie The Wiz, but shit, every time it pops up on TV, I watch it. But maybe back then people just didn't appreciate The Wiz. Maybe time had to go on, and then people were like, it's the shit. You know what I mean? It's the black version of The Wizard of Oz. And I thought it was extremely interesting, and it was a lot of symbolism in the movie The Wiz. You remember the poppies? The poppy plant girls? Do you know that was heroin? Did you all know that? Yeah. And it was based in Harlem. I'm just saying. And at one time in the 70s, Harlem had a very, very big heroin problem. Yeah. But it's iconic, you know. But, Diana didn't want to do it. Whitney did it. And I think Whitney did the best job ever. Do you all know that The Bodyguard to this day in 2026 is the Bodyguard soundtrack. It's still the highest selling soundtrack of all time. Whitney took that song that Dolly Parton did. What is that? What was that fucking song? If I was- That song. Um, and Whitney smacked that shit, flipped it, and rubbed it down. And it's probably one of the most beautiful ballads I've ever heard in my life. Sung by one of the most beautiful women in the world. God rest her soul. Whitney was the shit. You know, that Bodyguard was just crazy. That movie was wonderful. Highest selling soundtrack of all times. I always love you. Yeah, man. That's the song. And Whitney put her fucking soul in that fucking song. Her whole soul. I remember being in the car with um it was me, my son, my oldest son. He was a little boy, and he was in the back seat in his car seat, and the song was on, and he was singing that shit. It was just wonderful, wonderful. I wish Whitney was still here. Like, it's just so weird that she's not. Just like Michael Jackson, just like Prince, you just be like, that just don't seem right, because it isn't. But yeah, I do suggest that you all follow Ashley Says So and Karina Lude, and get some knowledge on some shit. You know, you'll thank me later. You'll be like, I didn't know that about. You learn so much shit about these people. Like, I was just like, what? I seen something. Okay, Patrice said, girl, the Dennis Edwards story, baby. Dennis was a motherfucker. And the woman that sung that song with him, where he was moving his mouth, doing all that, and chewing, I thought he was chewing gum. Somebody asked her, was he high? She said he was high to the moon. He was off some good old cocaine. Dolly Parton said her first royalty check from Whitney Houston singing her song was $1 million. That was Whitney. That motherfucker was the voice. That motherfucker could sing her ass off. Let me tell you something. From time to time, I pull up her singing the national anthem at the Super Bowl. That was the best fucking national anthem singing I've ever seen in my fucking life. She had grown men crying. She had grown white men crying. Like, she made motherfuckers like really happy to be from America. She sung that shit from a place of, I don't know where the fuck she sung it from, but it was the best Star Spangled Band I ever heard in my life. And she did it effortlessly. Yes, the best by far. She did that shit effortlessly. She just opened her mouth and it just came out. She just did it, and they wanted her. I watched this Whitney Houston story. They wanted her to wear like a beaded gown and just come out in some old fabulous ass shit. Whitney's like, I'm wearing a motherfucking sweatsuit. Whitney had on her sweatsuit and her fucking Nikes. That motherfucker went out there. She sung that motherfucking song and sung that song so well. I was just like, Lord have mercy. I remember like about 3 weeks ago, I think I watched her sing the national anthem about 5 times. I mean, she just had a God-given voice. It's some singers out there. Like, it's some singers that people might not even fuck with, like Dinah Washington. Woo! Dinah Washington, Nancy Wilson. But Dinah Washington, baby, ooh, Lord have mercy. She could sing. I love her version first. Yeah, Marvin Gaye's version second. Wait a minute, Patrice. Marvin Gaye's second, the national anthem. Yeah, yeah. Marvin's was very soulful, but it's Whitney first. You're absolutely right, Whitney, then Marvin. And I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. I don't remember anyone else other than Whitney and Marvin's. And I don't even. And if I was born when Marvin did the Star Spangled Banner, I don't remember that. Now, I done pulled it up and watched it, but Whitney's shit was just like fucking crazy. Hold on. Who's in there? Hold on, y'all. Is it one of my cats? Okay, I thought I heard something. But yeah, I do miss Whitney Houston. I do. But it's so, I'm so stuck, literally. I'm so stuck with older genres of music, a rainy night like this. If I wasn't on here with you guys, which I'm happy to be here with you all. Don't be like, yeah, she said no. I'm happy to be here with you all. But a night like this for me would be like a Frank Sinatra night. I love Frank Sinatra. You know, like my music cutoff probably stopped with what do you think of the BT Awards? I didn't watch it. I seen snippets of it online. It's the BT Awards. Um, it's entertainment, it's music. You and I, Patrice, and people who are music aficionados have seen better. You know, it's the BT Awards. I mean, people came together, they had a good time, people got some awards. I don't know what else to say. I mean, if I pull it up and watch it, I can give you some more intel. Um, yeah. What size batteries? What you need it for? Go knock on Aston's door. Tell him to come here. Cause I got a whole bag. I got a whole box of batteries. I finally watched it after 10 years. It was better. It was better. They pissed me off. Yeah, they didn't acknowledge Angie Stone. I heard about that and I thought that was strange because her son was up there. Um, that was fucked up. That was fucked up. You're honoring D'Angelo. Why aren't you honoring her too? Like people don't know that a lot of music that people sing, she wrote. She deserved her flowers. That was fucked up. And like, how do you overlook that? Did the kids say anything? She been dead more than a year. Oh. Okay, so they honored her last year. So there you have it, Patrice. They honored her last year, and that's why they didn't apparently say anything about her this year. You know, but okay, I didn't know it's been because their deaths were so close. But Princess Princess said they did it, and they honored her, and then D'Angelo, and it's fucked up because there's so many great musicians. He knocked out. Okay, I'll go get him. These kids be needing shit. They wanted they needed batteries for a remote control, but I keep all the batteries in my room because y'all not going to be just fucking with my batteries like that. Batteries cost too much, and I buy them in bulk for my remote controls. Okay, but anyway, he died in October. Oh wow, she died March 20th. Oh wow, okay. No, but D'Angelo was cold though. You know, one of my favorite songs by him was his remix of Cruise. David is Cruise. Away. Yeah, that was the shit. And you know, he was a handsome guy. He was a handsome guy. I know a few people are going to somebody said the Chris Brown and them was gonna be here soon. I'm not going. I ain't got money for that. I don't. I mean I do, but I'm not going. I could use that money and me and Princess could go to dinner. But my daughter's coming this month, you know, and I gotta do things with her. And if you want it, you got it forever. I mean, you know, Patrice, I have been to a few award shows and I just feel like, you know, those tickets are ridiculously high. Yeah, yeah. You know, I ain't gonna lie, I would pay a high ass ticket price for Barbara Streisand, Beyonce, um, yeah, that's really it. That's really it. And I seen Chris Brown perform one time. It was here out there at Tinley Park. It was a good show. But shit, somebody posted something like my wife would never. And Chris Brown had some chick on stage and she was I love Barbara Streisand. He had that girl bent over and he was behind her. Chris was just working. And I was like, oh shit, Chris. That's a cute little boy. Yeah, he a grown ass man now, but yeah, he had that girl's back of her skirt up and everything. He slapped on the ass like I was like, ooh wee. I mean, but these people, these motherfuckers still young. Just let them be young. You know, I haven't heard. You know, last Chris Brown song I really fucked with was that Sensational. I like that song. But I like old Chris Brown. My favorite song was "Take You Down." I wanna take you down. That was my shit. Usher is my husband. I know. Okay, I'm just letting everyone know. Princess is already put in the chat. Matter of fact, let me just put this up here. Okay. Show on stage. Okay. So you all know Usher is Princess's husband. Now, it's not for me to tell you all Princess's Usher stories, but Princess has been to his concerts. Okay. Princess loves Usher. And in my mind, Usher also loves Princess. And they are married. And they live in between Atlanta and Chicago. But when him and Princess are living in Chicago together, they live up on the North Shore where very wealthy people stay. And since I'm a Princess's big sister, he's my brother-in-law. Usher is my brother-in-law. That's all I have to say. But Princess has been married to him for years. They've been together for years. Chris Brown charge $1,000 for a picture with him. Girl, I be done called somebody and put a call in. You ain't charging me no $1,000 to take no picture with you. The fuck. Once that's over, hey, how you? This is Roxanne. Let me get a picture. I'm done. And I didn't pay for no ticket. I just couldn't. I couldn't do that. I love Chris Brown. But you know who I would pay $1,000 to take a picture with? I'm not even gonna lie. I would pay $1,000 to take a picture with Barbara Streisand. No shit. I would pay $1,000. I would pay up to $5,000 to take a picture with Barbara Streisand. But I would need her to hug me. Because I feel like Barbara Streisand is my other mother. I want her to hug me. Like I'm her baby. Like I look into her eyes, like, because I really, just so you all know, my favorite singers of all time, I will repeat myself, Aretha Franklin and Barbara Streisand. A relative of mine was going to change the sex of him. What? Girl? Will Chris Brown? Child. I wouldn't have fucked him either without a condom. I paid a G. I think. Yeah. Okay. And I would pay 1,000. I gotta rethink about that. Hold on. Okay. Whitney, if they said, $1,000 to have a cocktail with Whitney Houston, I would go up to about 3,000 for Whitney. And I probably would have did 3,000 to like just sit Indian style in front of Prince for 30 minutes. But I would need more time. You know what I mean? But if I would pay $5,000 to take a picture with Barbara Streisand, I want to sit down and eat some lox and bagels with her and talk about some shit. I need a little bit more time with you. 30 minutes, 30 minutes. And I would want to lay my head on her lap. And I would want her to sing Evergreen to me. Not the whole song, just a few, just a few, pieces of it. I love Barbara Streisand. I paid $800 for a ticket to see Diana Ross at the Chicago Theater. What? Are you serious? Girl. Wow. Why am I saying wow? Like, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. Like I'm not even gonna sit here and I bought not this Beyonce concert, the not this last one, the one before. I bought a ticket. It was $3,700. I sold it back because I didn't want to go by myself. I didn't want to go by myself. And I gave the majority of it to my husband, and I kept like $1,000 of it. I had to sell it back. It was an impulse buy. It was an impulse buy. But hell, $800 for Diana Ross, that's worth it. Because she's coming out. I'm coming out. Yeah, the boss. She's a diva. I love Diana Ross. But I would still pay $5,000 to just be around Barbara Streisand. That's the most I've ever paid to see anyone. I almost paid $1,500 to see Bruno Mars in Vegas. Are you serious? You know what, sis? I'm not gonna sit here and be like, what? No, I'm not gonna do that to you. I respect that. Okay? I respect that. I can't even talk about nobody spending no money to go to a concert when I spent $2,200 for a courtside seat at a Bulls game when LeBron was there. And then I paid okay, so the first ticket I bought to go see LeBron and sit courtside, that was $2,200. The second time I went to go see LeBron play, I spent $2,464 on the fucking ticket, and I kept this motherfucker. So yes, I'm not gonna talk about nobody spending no money because y'all know I love LeBron James. And in my mind, how Princess is married to um Usher Raymond. Her name is Princess Raymond. I am married to LeBron James. Yeah. And I did. Yeah, I bought the ticket. And I remember when they were coming, and I was just like, I'm going to go see LeBron James and I'm going to sit courtside. And Jay works there. He does when he's not being the police and ruining someone's life. I was like, Jay, I'm going to the Bulls game this night. And he was just like, where are you going to be sitting? I said, I'm going to buy a courtside seat. Jay looked at me like, what? I was like, yeah. He was like, man, your thing about LeBron. I was like, okay. And I called, I went through Ticketmaster, I bought the ticket, and I got to the game. They had already started playing, but y'all girl was cute. I was cute that night. Ooh, I was walking that bitch like I walked in real cute. I wore a pair of camouflage pants. Okay. I wore some camouflage pants. They were a little baggy. They had the drawstring at the ankle. I wore this black sweater and it had zippers on both sides. And it hung off one of my shoulders. And I wore my black Louboutin booty boots. And I had my little Chanel, but I didn't wear my fur coat. I wore a mink stole. I just had that motherfucker, and it was cold in motherfucker outside. But I was so hot, I wasn't cold. So I had that motherfucker on, and I walked in, and I promise you, my seats, I sat next to some basketball player's mama, and I promise you, on everything I motherfucking love, that nigga made eye contact with me 3 motherfucking times. Promise you, on everything I love. And I was just like, I have video of me there, and I was just like, oh my God. I didn't want to like hood rat out, hood rat, hood rat. I didn't want to do that. But yeah, I paid that much for a ticket twice. Well, it might have been 3 times. Oh shit. It was 3 times. Hold on. I forgot about this one. This was $1,800. So when and these were all games that LeBron played in. Mm-hmm. I just set this right here. Yeah, so those are just times that LeBron paid that I paid an exorbitant price for a ticket, and Beyonce and didn't go. But I wasn't gonna miss seeing LeBron play because I love him. I love him. And I had to drop that bag. Fuck that. And then when the game, because I took a lift up there, and when the game was over, I was still sitting there, and somebody from security came over to me and they said, "Good evening, ma'am." I was like, "Hi." They were like, "Your husband said you don't have to call a lift. He's going to drive you home." And then they took me to go sit with the basketball players' families. And I was like, damn, I really hope LeBron come up here so I can just tell him how much I love him. Like, "Hi, LeBron, how are you? I'm a Capricorn, you're a Capricorn, and my husband's a Capricorn. Okay, so that means that you're my husband now." And I was just going to let him know. And then they probably been like, security. I'm about to go talk now. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm going to text you when I get off of here to see if you finish with your naughty talk. Oh my goodness. Girl. Well, can you just kind of monitor my chat just in case? There's only 4 of us in here, but girl, go do your thing. But yeah, but I do love Barbara Streisand. And like, I don't know. It's just like her voice to me is just like, I don't know. I love Barbara Streisand so much. Like, if my mother wasn't my mother, I would want like Barbara Streisand to be my mother. I love her. Seriously. I don't know if it's a Jewish part of me that I'm just so enamored by her, but it's just something about Barbara Streisand. Like, seriously, I think that if I ever, like, let's just say I was downtown Chicago, I walked into a restaurant and I was minding my business and I'm sitting down getting ready to eat, and I look across the room and I see Barbara Streisand, I would probably start crying. Like, literally, I would be at my table like, and I would probably start sweating. My palms never get sweaty, but I would probably start sweating and shit. I would just be like, damn. And then I would be classy about it. I wouldn't just be crying out loud because I wouldn't want to scare her. But I would tell my waiter, I would write a note. I'd be like, "Excuse me, do you have a piece of paper?" And of course they would say yes. And then I would give him a piece of paper and I would tip him, "Take this to Miss Streisand." And the note would say, "Miss Streisand, I love you. And you're my other mother. Can I come to your table?" And if she said yes, I would walk over there very gracefully and I would just sit down if she asked me to sit down. And I would want a hug. That's if I didn't have to pay. You know what I mean? I love her too. I have a video of her concert in her backyard. Shut the fuck up. All the stars came out, paid thousands of dollars for her charity. Girl, I need you to send that to me. Was she singing? Lord. Damn. What kind of that's some ultra balling ass shit. You have a charity event in your backyard. The fuck? I can't even do a charity event on my back porch. The fuck? Ooh. Mm. I love Barbra Streisand. Damn. How long ago was this? Damn, how you have a concert in your backyard? Well, Oprah had a concert in her backyard, but you gotta have a lot of land for that. Barbra Streisand's just such a fucking baller. And you all know who else I love? Martha Stewart. But Martha Stewart don't sing or nothing. Yes, sis. Yes. Charity concert in her backyard. And a song plus with Barry Gibbs. Ooh, baby. Mm. That's my song. Ooh, I love that song. Guilty. That motherfucker was like, waste that long. Little by little with me in the middle. You really don't know what Barry be saying, but I knew what Barbara was saying. You gotta be a leader. I gotta turn to melodious. You gotta be a leader. You gotta be a. That's how he sounds to me. But I love Barry Gibb. That motherfucker had the most beautiful head of hair, like ever. Him and Barbara is such a beautiful couple. But she married James Brolin, and that's okay with me. But that my mom used to play that song so loud. That's the only reason it's just stuck in my head. And Barbara had the Jufro hair. It's just I love Barbara Streisand. Jesus Christ. And we got nothing to be guilty of. My love is 1 in 1,000,000 miles at sea. Cause we got a highway to. Oh, I love Barbara Streisand. Lord have mercy. Ooh, when I get off of here, y'all know I'm gonna put on my little headphones and get on my game, and I'm gonna listen to her until I fall asleep. Like her, oh my God, Evergreen. Her and Neil Diamond. You don't bring me flowers. You don't sing me love songs. Oh my God. Oh, music, man. And I'm like, I'm not gonna lie to you all. I love music. Any kind of music. I love music. Any I really do. I love music. I love classical. I love jazz. I love opera. I love folk music. I love rock. I love acid rock. I love blues. I love music. Like music for me has been a source of touchstones in my life. Like I can remember certain songs the first time I heard them, you know. Some of the celebrities that came was Whitney Houston, Quincy Jones, Robin Williams, Whoopi Goldberg, so many stars. Her backyard was huge. She had an orchestra there. Yeah, if you can have an orchestra in your backyard is huge. That's fucking dope. Jesus Christ. I love Barbra Streisand. Barbara can pull some shit like that off. Like it's so crazy because it's like being, you know, to have been around music, I have been around people. Just she is my Barbara Streisand is the white whale. I and I am Ishmael. I have just never been able to be around her. I done been around Madonna. I've been around Michael Jackson. Just a few feet from him. Not like in no like studio and nothing like that. Just like standing next to him. I almost lost my shit, but I was cool. I've been around so many fucking people in entertainment. I've never been around her. Ever. And I just feel like before I leave this earth, I have to see her. I have to talk to her. I have to let her know that I have a number one and number one. Like I said, Aretha Franklin, Barbara Streisand. Aretha, God rest her soul, isn't here. I was never around her because if I was, I would have fangirled out over Aretha too because Aretha was my mother. Aretha birthed me. You know, I would have told her like, yo, I love you so much. I love Aretha. I loved Aretha Franklin. When Aretha Franklin died, I cried like for days. And all I did was I was around the house listening to Aretha Franklin all day. And I watched her funeral and I rewatched it. The celebrities paid $5,000 per ticket. Girl, I would have paid it. You saw Aretha. Damn, your ass was at the Chicago Theater a lot, Patrice. Goddamn. I wish I would have known that you then, because I would have been like, girl, I'm gonna go with you. I loved Aretha Franklin. And you know what I really loved about Aretha Franklin? Just learning more about her. I loved that she wanted motherfuckers to pay her her money in cash. And Aretha, if you all look at old videos and shit, Aretha would come out on stage with her pocketbook, not a purse, her pocketbook, because she a grown ass woman. That's a grown ass queen. She would come out with her pocketbook with her money in it. She, Aretha didn't like people to handle her money like that. I was like, I just love Aretha Franklin. And when she passed away, I was sad. I was just like, I was really hurt. And then they showed her funeral. And Aretha Franklin, in true diva form, she had them change her motherfucking clothes during the funeral. I was like, bitch, I love you. I told my attorney, Candace, she got my last, request and shit. And one of my things is for my wake, I want to be in one outfit, and for my funeral, I want to be in another outfit because I'm being cremated when I go to glory. Mm-hmm. Yep. I didn't even think about doing a change of clothes until Aretha Franklin died. And I was just like, when I was just like, let me get my funeral shit together. Me and my husband have our shit. But I want mine's, he wants some real military police shit, and I want my shit to be a party, and I want to change of clothes. I'm not lying. I'm not. I'm just being honest. But they changed Aretha Franklin's clothes, and she was laying in her casket with her Louboutins on, with her legs crossed. I was like, I love it. It don't get no more diva than that. It don't get no more diva than that. But I mean, shit. She had her shit written out. She didn't have that will written out, but she had her final rest and shit written out. And I can respect that. You know, oh, Patrice, girl. So Chicago tea. You know that the lady who passed away, whose daddy owned Harold's Chicken, girl, why did the lady who passed away, her husband, done took all the money out the account and he not giving her older children any money and they upset. But allegedly, she had that shit in her will. I was like, what? So I don't know. It's some more to that. I'm gonna have to ask around. Child. As long as they don't fuck up the Harold's Chicken. If their mama wanted them to have some, the mama would have put the shit right. The mama had a husband. Girl, yes. The mama had a husband, you know, and apparently, and I'm just thinking, because I knew some people who knew her, she was on her business. Maybe she didn't want the older kids to get nothing. You know, hell, she had some little younger ones, and I think they were with her husband. And maybe she left him the money to make that he gonna do right. All I'm saying, just don't fuck the Harold's up. Shit. Cause you know I love some Harold's chicken. I love a 6-piece, fried hard with lemon pepper and with lemon pepper and mild sauce on the side. Shit. But people don't be having their shit in order, Patrice. They don't. But I think she did. And my personal opinion, I don't think she left anything to her older children. That's just my opinion. I just don't think she left nothing to them. And they upset. But the thing about it is this. Thank God for my attorneys. Illinois is 100% spousal state. That means if you die intestate, to die intestate means to die without a will. Even once your shit clears probate, it still goes to the spouse. If you don't have a spouse, it goes to your children, providing you have children. If you don't have any children, it will go to your next of kin if your parents are still alive or if you have siblings. If the parents are still alive, it goes exclusively to the parents. If the parents are here, it goes to the siblings. Don't fuck with me when it comes down to the laws of the great state of Illinois or South Carolina or New York. Thank you. But yeah, Illinois is 100% spousal state. New York, South Carolina, it's a 50-50 state. If there's heirs, if it's just a spouse, it will all go to the spouse. If it's children, it's to be divided. Same way in New York, but Illinois, 100% spousal state. Mhm. So what it's giving me is one or two things. If she did not have a will or a trust, which means intestate, and she passed, it was going to go to the husband anyway, because that's the laws of Illinois. Have your shit in order. But I think she had her shit in order, because from what I'm understanding with the people who I know who knew her, she was a very business orientated, put together woman. Maybe she didn't want to have anything. I'm just saying. That's why people gotta have their shit in order. You know? Hell, you could wake up dead. And now you got a bunch of living people fighting over your shit. Go figure. Do what you need to do. You know, anybody that I've ever talked to said she was an amazing woman. And that was her man. She had kids with him. She didn't have those older kids with him. And you don't have to leave shit to a motherfucker if you don't want to leave it to them. That's what people don't be understanding. People have a sense of entitlement. Like, well, that was my mama, and da 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 da. But if she didn't put it in writing, You know, it has to go through probate. And then it has to get figured out from there. I mean, that's just my thing, you know. But people should have things in order. And I think her shit was in order. I just don't think her son likes the outcome of it. He feels like he's being, he's not getting what is entitled to him. Welcome to Illinois. You know, we don't know what went on in those people's family. Maybe the child wasn't doing something that the mom, might have wanted to do different. We don't know. We don't know. But shit, you know the recipe to Harold. Go open you up a Harold's chicken. Shit. Make some money. I ain't met a motherfucker who own a Harold's who broke. You can buy into the franchise. Cause me and my husband were thinking about it. Cause Harold's chicken is good. It's 2:07 in the morning. If the Harold's up the street from me was open, y'all don't think I wouldn't go to Harold's and get some chicken? Shit. And if you ain't had Harold, you don't understand. But if you come to Chicago, go get you some Harold's chicken. There's a lot of things you can get, but just check out Harold's chicken. They got a Harold's chicken in other states, and I heard it don't hit like Chicago's. But it's a lot of Chicago transplants. So I'm just saying, just saying. Ooh, I need to sit back. Yeah. Damn, y'all, across the street flooded. The little sewer must be blocked up. It's flooded a lot. I should call 311, y'all. Where's my house phone? Damn, it's all the way right there on that chair. I don't feel like walking over there. They got one here in Arizona, and last time I went, it was nasty as fuck. Oh, I'm so sorry, babe. I'm so sorry you had to eat some nasty Harold's chicken. Patrice. Girl. You know what it is, Patrice. I'm going to tell you what it is. It's some people from Chicago, black, opened it up there, right? But they didn't hire people from Chicago to cook that chicken. You know, Harold's chicken is excellent. But I think they refry the chicken for about 2-3 days in the same oil. That locks in the flavor without giving it that burnt taste. You know what I mean? The people that's cooking it is from that state. Where you at? I'm not gonna tell people what state you in. Hold on, y'all. This water is gonna bother me. And my husband's police car parked over there. I don't need my husband wading through the water. Ugh. Waiting. Good morning. How are you? I'm good, honey. Do you think you can? I mean, it's not an emergency. That's why I'm calling a non-emergency number. Across the street from my house is the Circle, and it's flooded. And I think like maybe one of the sewer drains might be clogged up or something. I mean, if they could come move something so this water could go down, because it's high. Okay, hold on. I mean, I'm sitting in my window and the moonlight and the street lights cascading off of it. I mean, it looked like rainwater. It wasn't there before. But what I think is there's like a little sewer grate right there. And I think it's just clogged or something. Like maybe some trash is over it. But it's a nice amount of water over there. Girl, no, they could just come clean that. They ain't gotta call me. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna go to sleep. Shit. All right, baby. Good night. Bye bye. Hopefully they come and just join the Black and Proud group. Oh, send that to me, Princess. I want to join the Black and Proud group. See, Princess always joining some. I'm in miniature, like, because me and Princess gonna do our own doll houses, but we not gonna put. Well, we might put a little black family in it, but we gonna do like a. We gonna start off small, then we gonna move to a black mansion. Hmm. This water is really flooded over here. Princess and Patrice, y'all know where I live, and y'all know what the circle look like. You can go bathe over there. It's that much water. It's crazy. It's crazy. Just share. Okay. I'm gonna join. Black and Proud. Oh, I love that. I love that. It is Friday. It's officially Friday. I ain't got shit to do. All I gotta do tomorrow is run out to my mama's house and go pick up my key lime pie and these ribeye steaks. And then I'm gonna come home. But when I get off here with y'all, I'm gonna go watch Power and shit. I'm gonna watch The Shy. And that's about it. Get up in the morning, God willing, run to my mama's, come back home. I'm gonna finish making my hibiscus tea. I'm gonna let everything seep, and I'll probably come back on here tomorrow and do my hibiscus and let you all see it. And I'll do a tasting. Princess, is there anything for us to get into this weekend? Do we need to marauder in the streets? Let me know. But yeah, that's it. I've had a wonderful evening with you guys. I want you all to explore more of YouTube. Um, Ashley Says So, Karina Lude. Just look around. There's some things that you can see and learn. Um, I love my people. I love people who look like me. I just wish we were nicer to one another. I'm not trying to be on here. Oh no. Holiday. You're not trying to be outside on a holiday? Girl, come over here because I'm barbecuing. Well, I'm lying. I'm not barbecuing. I'm gonna go to that restaurant and get some barbecue. I'm getting there on Saturday. So if you like to come eat, you're more than welcome. But like, we can go someplace local. Let's go do something. But if you don't want to, I understand. So, but yeah, you guys be kind. Be kind. Even when it's hard to be kind to the next person, try, please. We're in a crazy time. I already have to work. Okay, Princess. Okay, okay, okay. I would like to thank House of the Princess, my little sister, for being here. I would like to thank OG Patrice for being here. That's Big Sis. And somebody came through and I don't remember his name, but he asked, was it an open panel? No, it wasn't. But thank you for being here, sir. Replay gang, I love you. And anyone who sees this, oh, his name was Muddy 1012. Thank you for being here. God bless you all. And shit, that's it. Y'all have a good morning. I'm getting ready to go play my game, watch The Shy, watch my shit, sleep late, and shit. Go pick up my key lime pie from my mama. So, and that being said, that is it. Good night, good night, good night, good night. Love you guys. Peace.